Hi, I'm Jameson Newlander, Alan Frog from the Lost Boys, and you're watching the Frog Brothers podcast.
Let me get 'em!
It's refreshment time, folks.
I'm just gonna go watch a movie.
Do you like scary movies?
I don't watch movies.
I have to return some videotapes.
You have a TV?
No. I just like to read the TV guide. Read the TV guide. Don't need a TV.
Books, records, films, these things matter. Call me shallow. It's the fucking truth.
Over 1,600 titles, each for rent at just $2 the first night, and only
Finish him. I don't watch TV.
Yeah, but you are aware that there's an invention called television, and on this invention they show shows, right?
It's a laser disc.
Okay, I want channels 18, 24, 63, 109, 87, and Weather Channel.
Welcome to the Frog Brothers podcast with your hosts, Justin and Alec.
Hello, and welcome to a special edition episode of the Frog Brothers podcast. Tonight we are talking about the Hasbro Haslab's Ghostbusters Proton Pack 1-to-1 replica. So pretty exciting stuff. They announced it at a $399.99 price point and got some pretty good stretch goals on there. And as of right now, they're already at damn near 50% on the backers for the first 7,000.
Yeah. We're all going to back this thing if we haven't already.
Sorry, 42%, but pretty close already, though, just for a few hours.
7 short of 3,000. They need 7,000.
So that's pretty slick.
I've ordered 2, and Justin's ordered 1.
Yep, just 1.
And Alex ordering
and 1
5.
is enough for anyone. Sorry, I thought I was in Willy Wonka. Yeah, I'm going to order at least 1.
Alex ordering 5 so he can flip them.
Yeah, I'm video bald today.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
That's why I said, how many is Video Bob going to get?
We call him video bald on this podcast, Nick.
Yeah,
I guess you're bald, so it might be offensive to you. I don't know.
Nick's bald.
You have a little bit of hair up there. I saw it the other day.
Oh, I shaved my head.
Yeah, I know. But
let's talk about these stretch.
I can't imagine seeing you with hair now. Now I'm just weirded out by that thought. So let's move along.
Let's talk these stretch goals here, right? So additional goals. So class 1 is 9,000 backers. So the classic bundle, the first stretch goal will include a connection hose that hooks the Haslab Proton Pack up to the Spengler Neutrona Wand. Custom 1984 decals with a brushed chrome look will also be included for your pre-existing Spengler Neutrona Wand, which, if you hadn't noticed, Hasbro Pulse has those back up for pre-order, so that means they're going to be making more of those. So if you're just looking for the wand, you could do that, but get
Spengler wand's gonna...
Yeah, it's back up for pre-order on Hasbro Pulse.
I figured they would. They're not gonna. I'm sure the stock is low. Where you can get it from is low. They're charging more than the original price at this point. So
yeah, their price was just $125, which it always was through their website. So
there's this
other
guy
places have gone up.
There's this guy in a Facebook group trying to tell me today that he's not going to back it and he'll get one for less than $400 still. He said, I'll pick one up at GameStop when they're on clearance on the rack. And I said, that's not how a Haslab works. And he was like, well, I mean, lots of people say that all the time. And this is that. And I was like, no, you really don't understand what a Haslab is. But since you're being so stubborn, I don't care to elaborate. He was like, I didn't ask you to elaborate, dude. Like, I'm going to get my hands on one you'll see for less than $400. And I was like, no, you won't.
Yeah, so he's going to steal one at a con from somebody is what he's going to do.
Right?
I'm going to sell him one. I'm going to sell him one of mine for $300 just so he can win.
He's just ignorant to the what a Haslab is, but then is being a dick about it. I'm like, you're the stupid fucking one here, not me. It's just
clearly never crowdfunded anything, right?
Imagine trying to stock these at GameStop.
Yeah, I'm sure this guy got a clearance job as sale barge from Haslab at GameStop. I'm sure he got one of those there. You know, sure,
$100. Sure,
yeah. Those things have like quadrupled in price apparently.
Yeah, those are going for a couple grand now, I think. So if they hit the 11,000 backers, the class 2 stretch goal is the Ghostbusters Afterlife bundle. The second stretch goal will include 3 Plasma Series mini puff figures and 3 alternate swappable heads featuring new deco. A white marshmallow goo attachment for the Proton pack will also be included. So, I mean, if they give us some heads that aren't available to the regular retail one, that's fine. But
I don't think it will be. I think it'll just be the regular fucking figure, to be honest. But
alternate 3, yeah.
We only need to buy one more to.
I only pre-ordered one, so.
Yeah, that'll work out great then.
Yeah.
I'm sure at least reach that goal.
Although he probably all that stuff probably ships with it, so it'll be a whole nother year, and you're like, oh, forgot.
That's true. Well.
But I think, to be honest, what's the last stretch goal? Or there's one or two more?
There's 2 more. Yeah, the 13,000 backers is Class 3 unlockable stretch goal, the Spangler Special. So it says the third stretch goal will include a sheet of Ghostbusters themed decals and an Egon Spangler 16-page notebook that includes schematics, handwritten notes, and personal anecdotes. So if they're going to do that, they probably need to have Troy Benjamin write that, because he did the Ecto manual that includes a lot of equipment information. So I vote for him to write.
He might be. I have a theory that just occurred to me now, because remember he said he's about to partake in some big project and he's stopping doing a Ghostbusters podcast for a while. So he literally could be. You never know.
Yeah. I don't imagine 16 pages would take him all that long, though, based on his writing history. So,
no, true.
The Class 4 is 15,000 backers. So the supernatural stand, the 4 stretch goal, will include an exclusive high quality display stand. So that's okay. I don't know.
These stretch goals are kind of like, yeah, I want them all just because it'd be extra stuff you get for your bang for your buck. But it's nothing where I was like, oh shit, we really got to get it. This one.
Well, the Class 1 would be cool if they had 2 hoses with it, because, okay, so this is the Spangler pack, right? That goes with the Spangler wand. Well, that has that piece of aqua. It's not aqua. It's like a scuba hose is what it is. That green hose is a scuba hose, because I ordered a real one. And so if you buy that, that piece alone is $10 to $15 to get a real one, maybe even more than that, depending on, how many people go out and try to buy it. Yeah. And then the Neutrik connectors that are going to be on there, you're going to need those. So, I mean, if you bought that and did that hose yourself, it's going to be, probably $50. So the fact that they include it in there it's okay, but it's still all going to be replica stuff. So it may not be as accurate. So, and at that point, are they going to do something custom for the Spangler one to thread in the back and replace the existing attachment?
I think it would be, it's a huge, if these are the real, things and everything, which it seems they are because GB News reported it. It's kind of disappointing. I would definitely say that they should have made it more customizable. You should be able to take off almost all of the afterlife stuff or replace it with stuff, because the whole fucking cyclotron thing removes the case for it, or what do you call the outer shell around it? All that stuff moves off there, but
yeah, so the bumper can come off. The bumper and the that can all open up, so you can basically open the cyclotron itself.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool.
Which is okay. I mean, that's not like I'm gonna ever do that necessarily, but you know what I mean? I'm saying just like, I think there's a couple little things here, and I have to be the bad guy here always. I think I'm definitely the bad cop most times, but I feel like these stretch goals should have been just like GB2 ribbon cable or stuff to make it look like a pack from the first movie as opposed to the second one. Because I don't know if all that stuff, like all those extra wires that look like they're Afterlife exclusive, like for that pack, if those are like really just fucking molded in there hard, like, and that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's going to be the big deal. Like from this demo model that they have the photos of, I mean, it's still a really great value. A lot of people are going to mod the hell out of this thing to make it accurate.
It's still great. Believe me, I'm not like complaining that much. I'm just saying, like, I think the stretch goals could have been a little bit cooler, but
yeah, you would think they'd be better. And I hope some of this stuff's actual metal parts so you can unscrew it, like to replace the actual ribbon cable on there, because the ribbon cable on there is basically very flat. It's not as 3-dimensional as a real Fincher ribbon cable, which they make the best replicas. Wire Fauna on Etsy also makes really good ones, and I've got one of each. One the Wire Fauna one I have on my full size pack, which is pretty nice. And then
I got the video game one on my pack, and I also own his GB1 table.
Yeah, the Finchers. Yeah. So this looks a little less. And then the cable bracket doesn't have the aluminum in the middle, like it's molded. So that's going to be one of those parts that people are going to automatically upgrade to have a real piece on. And then that yellow bit, seems like that yellow jacketing from all the real ones has like black stitching on it as well, which is really cheap to buy and use. So there'll be a lot of things to mod on here. And it's really hard to tell what's actual aluminum on here. It looks like the clippered valve may have an aluminum cap on it.
It's probably just the same kind from the like, relatively the same of the Spangler one.
That's what I was thinking, but there's already things, where like the real brass metal fittings or the real
like the antenna hopefully is
elbows. Yeah. That actually looks like copper. At least it's painted well enough to look good there. But some of the other stuff is just molded, which is fine, right? It's a very all-in-one comprehensive piece. It's more accurate than the Spirit Pack is on those pieces.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of great things about this. And for the price point, you really can't beat it getting the whole complete pack with straps that you don't need that on there. And I've seen a lot of people that are really confused about the scale of the pack. And everyone's like, well, it doesn't look right. I mean, it's like, well, it's because there's no Alice frame sitting on it to properly push it off your kidneys and like give you that space to make it look larger. Because when you have an Alice frame on it, really makes the size go big. Same thing with the Spirit Pack for that matter, right? Once you get a real Alice frame on it, it really.
Yeah, it looks a lot better.
Yeah.
But the pack looks a lot smaller without a wand hooked on it as well.
True.
Sure. Yeah. Without that in the hose loom. Yeah. So it is a little deceptive, right? So I'm surprised
they say like that. The picture of the guy wearing it's probably photoshopped, so they might not have scaled it right either.
That's what I was thinking as well. Like it doesn't necessarily look like
or that guy might be really tall or something. Who knows?
The other thing I noticed on these photos is I'm like able to zoom in on them is at least on one of them, it looked like it had the female version, a secondary female version of the V hook for putting the wand on it. But on another angle, it doesn't look like it's there. So it looks like, maybe they could have taken it off or whatever. So
yeah, they said it's the same. It comes with the same V hook. That's
it
works with the Spangler wand V hook. That's only on that basically.
Yeah, and that's great because obviously you're gonna have real metal parts there. The only thing, there's a lot of questions we don't have answered yet on this, which hopefully Hasbro will kind of walk us through on that. Like, is the motherboard actually removable like a fan belt replica is? Because if you're wanting to add a real Alice frame, it might be difficult to actually properly attach it without being able to open that motherboard up.
I think they
got lots of various holes.
Jason Reitman, like I think we have to look at this from the perspective of the Spangler one, how moddable they made that on purpose.
Yeah,
all that stuff because they knew people were going to cosplay. They have to make it open upable. Like it's just going to disconnect, I think, and be all right there for you.
I would hope so. One of the main reasons I wanted to back this was it has the on-off switch that they've added on there, right, to be accurate to.
Yep,
that makes that, and then the cyclotron that opens up, I think, is really cool. I mean, that alone, right? If you had just one of these opened up as a con display piece and not even wear it, that'd be cool. Opened up for just a set piece.
Makes sense.
Well, that's my plan anyway. I eventually get a fucking pack rack in the Ecto. I'll just put the two I'm going to order of this in the back two slots and have my pack in the front, and I can just slide it out for display and stuff.
Yeah, and I like how they have all the inside of it shown in there, right? So a lot of that looks pretty good too, and it looks like they've got real screws in there. So as long as they did like they did with the Spangler one and used as much real metal as possible, I think that'll go a long way for it. And then I didn't mention it, the Hasbro Pulse Premium member subscription backers that back in the first 48 hours will get the green ectoplasm goo attachments. The demo version of this doesn't look very exciting. I'm just kind of
like window clings like you buy at Spirit Halloween. That's what it looks like.
And I'm hoping that's just a mock-up to show it. But like if anything, you need to have
completely photoshopped.
Well,
I'm more excited about the marshmallow.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You never really see slime on the packs, but at the end of the first movie, you see marshmallow all over it. And based on what we've seen with the
people like to slather green paint all over their Proton packs and be like, "Look, I was slimed."
Yeah. No, but this looks great. So the only thing that looks off on this model is the lack of the Alice frame, and that's easy to fix, right? Assuming that you can take that motherboard off. That motherboard right off, you're good to go.
This is just prototype, so it might be even better in the final product.
Yeah, they very well could, right? You know, depending on the fan feedback they get. And Hasbro's been really receptive to a lot of that for some of these projects. So it's pretty impressive to see what they're talking about here and doing. So, so it's a pretty exciting project to see come to life here. I know people have been asking for this for a very long time. But when you look at the price value proposition, it's hard to beat. Like I said, if you're going to go try and do a real full screen accurate, full weight replica, yeah, you can do that too. And that's not going to stop any of those products from existing. Like Max Factory is still going to be out there. GB Fans is still going to be out there. Bennett Kent's still going to be out there. But this just makes a very accessible product to people that, you know, may want to cosplay with it, may just want to have it as a display piece, right? So really not going to hurt any of us.
Yeah, I'll still probably make a real more authentic customized pack eventually down the road. So
yeah, and see, me getting this is just like, okay, instead of doing a foam 84 pack or 89 pack, it's like, yeah, maybe we'll tackle that extreme pack sooner than later then. So
exactly.
But yeah, the fact that this has been back so quickly or is on a great trend right now, I think is pretty impressive.
It's past 3,000.
Well, and okay, so look at it this way too, right? So people are going to see this movie and hear about it and do some searching, right? And hopefully this stays at the forefront of social media posts because this goes through the end of the movie being released. We got 46
11:59 p.m. on December 12th.
Yep. So that's several weeks after the movie comes out. The only thing that's going to suck for a lot of people is that this says it will ship in spring of 2023. It's a long ways out. They could almost even have another film in the works or made by that point in time, depending on, you know, how things go. But that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Don't let it be the prequel. Don't make the prequel, please, for the love of God.
Yeah, I don't need Dan trying to retcon everything that happens.
I guarantee I would like it less than Answer the Call.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, that's a movie. I don't even know if I'd go see that just based on the premise. Like,
I'd go see it to support the franchise, but I don't like that's just Uncle Dan talking. You know,
no recasting, all de-aged CGI.
I can imagine him pitching that in the meeting, and Eric's like, "Ooh, that's awesome! Here, why don't you play with this toy UFO? Now we're going to talk about the next Ghostbusters movie here."
He keeps saying we're going to make it for as little money as possible. I'm like, yeah, that's the only way they would greenlight it.
Well, you don't need that story though. That's not interesting.
There's no ghosts in that story.
I know, that's my thing. It's not an interesting.
And if you
story.
do, you're just retconning and ruining the first movie.
Right.
So
yeah, that's my thing. Like, don't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't need that. I veto that. This product looks amazing. So if you're going to support it and back it, definitely do so. Yeah, plenty of time. If you're still trying to get,
I am going to throw the link to it in the description down below. So
yeah, as well.
Hasbro and official, you know, you should sponsor us and stuff. So
I also think, like, as good as this does, as good as anything else does, the more likely we are to get a trap, a PKE meter.
I would love to get a real good like RTV and like you said, a new PKE with the nubs and shit on it. I did pick up
support all of this stuff.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, right, this doing well could just be, you know, they could already have the PKE taser in works because that would be a real easy one to do, and that'd be a much smaller scale, even smaller scale than the wand was. So, I mean, as far as moving parts and things like that, I think it'd be pretty doable for them, and a couple of traps would be nice.
I did pick up the PKE shocker, as it says on here.
Oh, you finally found one?
Well, no, they've had at Walmart over here. They've had everything at Walmart over here for a while.
Yeah, Walmart's finally gotten a whole bunch of this shit.
I just decided to grab the PKE while I was there the other night before they ran out because I noticed like half of them were gone. They still had like probably fucking 6 or 7, but
yeah, I got one of those and then the cheap one too.
I haven't picked that one up yet, but
I finally saw the marshmallow gun. I didn't pick that up, but I will.
Yeah, cool stuff out there. Pick it all up.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Ghost whistle. I don't know when they were getting the ghost whistle around here.
I already ordered that online long time ago.
I didn't order it. So.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see that, and I wonder if they'll do the movie version of that too, which is going to be.
We still haven't. I haven't seen any of these Ecto ones in stores either. The Kenner ones. I've never seen one in a store.
Yeah, that too.
So I'd like to see another one so I could get an Ecto 1A going, but
they've been spotted in like Canada at Toys R Us or something, right?
Well, no, I thought somebody saw some in a Walmart in store here in town, maybe.
Really?
So yeah.
No, I think that person was talking about the Hasbro one with Phoebe on the cover.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, if you're not already subscribed and liked to these videos here, make sure you do so. Alec will drop a link to this in the comments if you want to go back this project. Limited time offer to get the slime stickies on there if you want those. So jump in there and do that.
They won't charge you till December 13th. You want to go ahead and get yours in.
Yep. Yeah. So just go ahead and do it now and get yourself in a good spot for it. But it'll be pretty exciting to see what happens with this. So that's what I've got. You guys have anything else you want to add?
Nope.
All right. Well, appreciate everyone's time and like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Have you backed it? How many are you getting? Let us all know all the juicy details. And we'll see you soon.